Hello, Beavers. How are we doing tonight on Halloween? And for Halloween, we have the scariest game that we could think of. The scariest game that could ever be streamed by BVU Esports. Overwatch. That's right. Tonight is going to be Overwatch. It is going to be Buena Vista Gold versus COE Academy Gold. First map is going to be Samoa, their pick, and they're going to be banning Venture. In the coming moments, we will see what our ban is, and then we will be getting into the game shortly. But until then, I'm going to remain on this starting soon screen, and well, never mind. I was going to say stay on the starting soon screen and mute up, but we have gotten our ban in, and it is going to be Orisa. With map picked and heroes banned, looking at the lobby info right now, everything is set up. We're just waiting on both teams to say that they're ready, and then we'll be getting into the game. Alrighty. Both teams have said that they are ready, and we will be getting into it very, very soon.
Welcome to Samoa.
Finally, there we go. Getting into it now.
Attack the objective.
And we see, as per usual, the Raptor hitting the spawn doors emote. There we go. Coach Craig in chat saying Skog. That is what Beavers say. If anybody ever asks you what sound a beaver makes, the answer is Skog. But we have got our Beavers tonight against COE Academy Gold.
Ready for battle.
We have got the Raptor on Zarya, Guest 7 on Reaper, Weebu Hippo on Genji, Prologue GM on the Kiriko, and Backslap on the Wu Yang. And then for COE, they have got Dawnbreak on the Rhine, Tan Dum Dum on the Reaper as well, Digital Socks on the Mei, and then Casey and Zoo on the Baptiste and Lucio. You see our Beavers starting to walk up onto first point Samoa. Reinhardt taking bridge to start, getting real aggressive, taking a lot of forward space. We do see our Reaper going down, as well as our Zarya. We do get a pick on their Lucio, but it does have to be just an exit pick as we regroup to Ryan recontest. We see a swap to Mauga off of the Zarya. Because the Zarya into the Rhine isn't always a great time. Weebu Hippo getting a good pick on their Lucio yet again. That is a support down in their fight. Trying to get that Mei, but she does go into Cryo. We do pick her right after, though. We see Prologue looking at their Rhine, but Rhine takes them off with him. Weebu Hippo finishing off their other support there. Sorry, I didn't realize I had these cards up on the right side the entire time. We do see that shatter going out. One of our Beavers is stunned, and they do go down to the Mei. We do see a good couple picks from Backslap there with the Wu Yang ult, as well as another with the wave on their Lucio. Prologue getting a good pick on Casey, and Raptor finishing off the tank. That is going to be a fight in our favor, allowing for us to get the lead. Raptor showing off the Mauga cube. We do see their Reaper TP back. We have Blade. And we also have a Mauga cage here. We do see they toss out the freeze. So our Mauga gets low, but they do stay up. Weebu Hippo getting two. The Raptor getting one, but Tan Dum Dum on the Reaper gets a triple. However, they are brought down. They flipped point, but we flip it back before they can take lead.
Not gonna get me down.
We have 3 here, and they just used their last 2. Or they just used their last 1, and they swapped to a Kiriko off of that Baptiste. We see that Mauga cage going out, as well as Guest 7 ulting. And with it being 90%, this is just going to end up being an ult dump fight. There, I was frantically pressing buttons to try and get to Weebu Hippo when I heard him pop that ult. That is going to be point 1 of map 1 going to our Beavers. Exciting first point there. They took a couple fights off of us, but we secured the point. We see our lineup not changing. Now they are on a Juno Kiriko, which they did have at the end of last point. They're sticking with the DPS roster. Never mind Caster's Curse. As soon as you say something, it changes. Zoo going back onto the Lucio. Casey now on the Juno. They're going high speed. And Dum Dum on the Reaper still, but now Digital Socks on the Torbjorn. And Dawn going to a Junker Queen. Don't know why I forgot her name. She's one of my favorite tanks. Prologue GM also on the Lucio now, as well as Weebu Hippo being on the Symmetra. The Raptor being brought low here. Suzu comes out to bring him back up. Guest 7 going on a bit of a flank on the right, or on the left side, just looking for a pick. Can't find anybody. TPing out back. We do see that their Junker Queen is low. However, she did bring one of us down. That's going to get traded out, though. We are down a support, but they are down their tank, which is going to get us cap of first point. Coach Craig has a request to be VU Gold. Defeat those scoundrels. We shall try our best, I say. See a stomp there in. Pops that E, get a little bit of survivability, and with the help of his supports, he manages to stay up in this fight. Big stomp yet again. With that Symmetra wall, they just can't do anything against this Mauga. We did pop one of our ults there, but we are getting close on 3 others. They do have 2 close to a third if their Reaper can build that ult fast, but we are still up. We are about equal in ults. We do see a Juno ult coming out, as well as their other support ult. Guest 7 goes to ult, gets booped away, can't get a pick, but does bring people low, allowing Weebu Hippo and Raptor to secure those picks.
What's up? Hey. How's it going?
The skin that Prologue has for Lucio is the best one, purely for the Jazz. Do you see our Mauga getting the pick on that Lucio? Their Reaper tries to ult, gets shut down by Weebu Hippo and Prologue. Prologue does go down as they are antied by that Queen ult, as well as one of our other DPS going down as well. The Raptor deciding to die out in that fight, and our support and Guest 7 do manage to get out. We're getting close to another sim wall. However, they do have their Torble, Molten Core. That is what it's called. It goes by a very different name in the Overwatch community, one that I will not say. Do you see our Mauga walking on? They're all holding back, which allowed us to kind of just walk on. We do see that Molten Core coming out, but we pop that sim wall, which allows us to get the pick on their Digital Socks. Weebu Hippo trying to look for that Reaper out of Fade, but he does manage to elude them. The Raptor cleaning it up for him. Guess looking for that Juno, but the Raptor brings him down, as well as getting the pick on their tank. We pop that Mauga ult just to try and trap anybody. Drop it to try and just make sure that that Queen doesn't get on, and that is going to be map 1. Oop, wrong side. Map 1 going to BVU. Let's see this play of the game. The Raptor does make sense. Big stomp there. You could see our Mauga just kind of sitting there staring. Just trying to make sure that we get them off of the same respawn cycle as their teammates, trying to stagger that life a little bit. As we move on to next map and bans, I will inform y'all of what those are. We do actually have a swap serial and guest 7, please. So guest 7 is going to be going out and serial Uwu will be coming in. We're just doing that to make sure our rosters are locked before bans start. And we will be back in just a moment. I see that we have Tion the Mighty in chat now. I think since you joined a little later, you might not have heard my very funny opening to this stream, which was that it's fitting that it's Halloween tonight because we're playing the scariest game ever, Overwatch. I have that pulled up on the other monitor. Toccata and Fuge in D minor by Bach, just so I could play the opening. But they're deciding to take their sweet time with map pick and hero bans. So we're gonna be a hot sec. We have now gotten our map pick and hero bans. Map pick by COE is going to be King's Row attack first, with their ban being Symmetra, and BVU banned Ana. Everybody's readying up, and I'm going to go ahead and put us on game screen because I'm assuming that we are going to be getting into the game very soon. Yeah, just again, we now have Serial Uwu instead of Guest 7 on our Beaver side.
Now entering King's Row.
These guys are making me do my job, having me switch things around. The Raptor, once again, messing around. We actually loaded in pretty quick this time. With the Ana and Symmetra bans, here's to see what our team comps are going to look like. With them banning a Symmetra,
Ready for battle.
I'm assuming that they're probably going to be on Reinhardt. Yep, there it is. Kind of quiet. Are you sure? Because, according to OBS, I'm like almost too loud. But I did turn my gain up a little bit. So, we'll see. We'll see.
4, 3, 2.
With the Symmetra ban and it's on King's Row, I'm assuming that we assumed that they would be on Reinhardt, so we are going Orisa. And there is the Rhine. Tossing both fire strikes out off the bat. The Raptor forced back a little bit. Only partial walled. Popping that gold, trying to get a little aggressive with it. Their Rhine is low. They're rotating back out. Looks like they're starting to walk through Hotel. And they do walk through. We managed to spear that Rhine out of his charge, which prevented that pick from the Mei wall, or the damage from charging into the Mei wall. We do get pinned, however, it's just going to deplete our armor and not do any of our health damage. We do hit a good spear there. We are down, but however, their tank is also dead. It's just going pick for pick here. And Weebu Hippo trying to get a exit pick on Ten Dum Dum, getting a big stagger. However, he is big staggered himself, leaving us with 1 DPS on this fight. And our tank not back yet. That is going to allow them to walk on. And that wall, or that window going up is really going to just prevent any sort of aggression onto point. Until that window goes down, window does go down. Wu Yang ult is popped. We put it on the Orisa, and we managed to walk on before they can get full. Watch that spear stick into the Baptiste, but somebody just lives. See, backslap on the Wu Yang. Been liking it, apparently.
Count on me.
Been on it last two maps, I believe. Or, well, this map and the previous one. I don't know. I play Ryan. I can't do math. We do see their Reaper TP. And we do have Orisa. And we might be looking for it here. Not sure. And there it is. However, without gold and without that Orisa ult, we are stunned by the shatter. 3 of our beavers do go down, a 4th going down, dying on point, and Sirilu is going to be able to get out.
Greetings. Hello. Greetings. Our enemies are
We see Weebu Hippo and our other two folks who have died before trying to get back to the rest of our beavers. Partial wall there. Bit of a botched job. Weebu Hippo chasing this Reap. Does manage to get the pick on him. And we do see their Reinhardt going down. However, our Orisa did go down. Oh, okay. I'm going to turn my game back down then, because I don't like seeing red. Yeah, my genuinely, like, I don't know why, but the streams are almost always just quiet. See Sirilu popping ult here, getting skulls, getting 2 on their support and tank, allowing for the Raptor and Backslap to finish the rest off. Only one of our beavers going down in that fight. We do see our Orisa with that charge spear, which is going to do increased damage and pierce when full charged. We do see an ult popped from our Beaver there on the Orisa ult. We also see the Wu Yang popped on the ulting Orisa. The Raptor getting 2 here, and Backslap getting an additional 2. We do see our beavers all getting our second perks. COE seems to be working on theirs. I swear I've seen Casey's name. You have seen Casey's name because we, white team, have faced COE Academy Gold. I don't remember exactly how it went, but we have faced this year COE Academy Gold. Cyril Uwu bringing down Digital Socks, as well as Weebu Hippo bringing down Tendundum. Weebu Hippo chasing that Lucio. And he backslap, makes sure that he does not get out. We did see a swap onto a Venture from Tendundum off of the Reaper. Unfortunately, that Ryan Shield is going to prevent stuns from the Wu Yang ult. And they're not going to be able to touch in time. That is going to be round 1 going to our... that is going to be round 1. A really good defense. A really, really strong defense from our Beavers there. Held to this corner. That means that our Beavers, if they can successfully rush on and win this fight and, like, get full cap, we likely would be able to get to probably at least Arch before they can get back. And then it's just maybe 2, possibly 3 team fights before we would have to reach there. I'll see what I can do.
it because he looks delicious?
Five, four, three, two, one.
I'll have to look into that in the future, Tion.
Defend objective A.
You see the Raptor going on a Mauga here. Rebo Hippo looking for a quick pick from movie theater balcony. The Raptor being brought low and does go down, unfortunately, to their venture. And Weepu Hippo is going to be brought down. Weepu Hippo switching back to the Genji. Couldn't find that opening pick on the Widowmaker. See our Beavers walking through Hotel. Toss that stomp down. We see their Baptiste going down. And none of them getting a pick on our Weebu Hippo. However, their Mei goes down, as well as their tank. Good rush from our Beavers there. And with that forward aggression from the Raptor, they probably won't be able to touch to prevent full cap. And indeed, they cannot.
Escort the payload.
Weebu does get out. Where's their venture? We got eyes on them. I saw their outline kind of jump up. Serial Uwu on a flank here, forced into Wraith. Cage here. We're waiting for the Mei to come out. They do go down out of that cryo. It is down to just their tank and support left. A big stomp on their Lucio brings them down. Before they can get back, we're going to be able to push up onto corner, and they might even have to contest without a tank, as their tank is just now getting out of spawn doors. And with how long of a spawn this is, they will likely have to contest without a tank. It's likely going to be the Venture's job to stay on and live, but the Venture goes down before they can even get on. We see a Genji Blade coming out. It is an ult up on point here with the Lucio beating and the Mei tossing that Blizz out. However, we do have that Genji Blade, which brings 2 down, and that is going to be map 2 going to BVU.
Play of the game.
Weebu Hippo with the play of the game. Map 2 going to our Beavers. Match point now going into map 3. Still Ko's pick, still Ko's first ban. We will see. Oh, they're asking any lineup changes. Guest and Weebu swap. So we're going to have Serial Guest as our DPS lineup. That is going to be the lineup changes before we get into bans. And I will let y'all know what the bans and map picks are in just a moment. Till then, going on intermission. Alrighty. They have picked, co-pick Esperanza with a Genji ban, and we have picked Wrecking Ball for our ban. Makes sense that they would ban the Genji. Because we're kind of cooking. But oh well. Again, we're just we've got map pick and hero bans in. We're just waiting for the teams to ready up and get into the game.
Welcome.
And here we go. Match point going to be Esperanza.
Hello. Hello there. Hello. Greetings.
I expected NDC.
Initiate
How dare you, Diraptor? Not even NDC? Chivalry really is dead. I guess I. Here, hold on. Let me turn it up in the stream. I never realized it makes a sound. Like the doors make a sound.
ready for battle.
Oh well. Like the little spawn barrier makes a weird noise. Huh. I'm going crazy. But anyway, we have got Raptor on the Zarya, Guess 7 on the Venture, Wu on the Soldier, who has definitely balanced and not stupidly strong right click, which does 7,000 damage. Then we got Backslap once again on the Wu Yang and Prologue on the Ana. We do see a Ramatra coming out first from the Co tank. See our Beavers taking Stair to start while Co goes bot side. Yes, 7 going behind, getting a bub. Does get the pick on the on the Lucio and does get out alive. We are looking at their Reaper, who does go down to Backslap, and that might have just been play of the game right there. This now is crisp. Okay. Good. See, normally we try and hover around minus 20 dB. But what you're saying is crisp is around minus 10, minus 15. Which is getting dangerously close to peaking. So if I get too excited, I'm going to have to lean away from the mic. Do you see the Raptor being brought low, and without the bub, they do go down. Guess 7 being brought down as well. Both picks coming out from their support lineup. We do see a swap from the Ramatra onto a Reinhardt from Dawnbreak. And our Yang is going to be able to get out. We see a couple swaps there, actually. Tandem now going on to a Freya. Serial bringing down Tandem. Their Freya is going to be out of the fight. Serial coming around. Going up onto this height, tossing that healing or biotic field down. Does this friggin' sickest thing ever. Rad ass skateboard move. Hopping over the Reinhardt. And we do see our Zarya getting saved by a good sleep from our Ana, preventing that damage. We do see 2 picks coming out from Raptor here. And Serial Uwu unfortunately does get caught, with Prologue also dying from the just damage of being hit by the charge. And Guest 7 kills their Rhine with the Trail Dash.
Making steady progress. We've hit uncharted territory, people.
We've got a Grav now. We do manage to get it up to half. We might be seeing a pairing between the Grav and our Venture ult. Their Kiriko did pop ult. Digital Socks bringing one of our DPS down. Prologue bringing down their tank, though. The Raptor running at their Freya. Decides to let him go. And we do see that Grav come out. Their Mei did pop ult, and unfortunately we just barely couldn't boost out. We do pop Bub before we get killed, however, we do go down. Prologue bullied in a corner, unfortunately. Unfortunately, backslap does go down, and that is a pretty big stagger. Sorry for that loud noise. I just absolutely slammed my phone onto the stream desk. We do see 2 ults from our Beavers here, with their Rhine popping theirs as soon as they have gotten it. You see Serial Uwu looking at their Venture. They are brought down by the Mei. The Raptor getting off the Zarya, swapping onto an Orisa. They do push it past half. Or to about half. Unfortunately, that Rhine shield prevents our Wu Yang stun yet again. But we do see Serial Uwu getting the last 2. I said rad as. AS. There was no second S. I don't know what you're talking about. We have gotten forward spawn, and we don't need to push up to the final like destination. We just need to have further. Unfortunately, our venture does go down, as well as our support and tank, as well as Serial. Beavers are walking up. It's getting close. But our beavers aren't going to let them take lead. We see Serial switching off of the Soldier and onto a Pharah, since they don't have any hit scans. Serial will likely just be able to sort of be in the sky. We do see their Mei popping ult. However, our gold is going to allow us to walk out of that. Good picks from our Beavers there in that fight. Sorry if I was quiet for it. I was just watching. Serial Uwu. Just throwing themselves into a fire strike. No hate. I do that. He's also coming around the corner. Yes, 7. Getting out. Was going behind, possibly looking for an ult. However, Serial did pop their ult, as well as their Lucio. Tim Dum Dum has popped theirs. They're looking for our Venture, but we do live. Our Venture pops that ult. We're going to get some load. Raptor finishing it off. Getting another. One of our Beavers has gone down. However, Serial did get the pick on their Cassidy, and that is going to be the night, folks. BVU gold in a clean 3-0. And here it is. Guarantee you, this is when I said, well, there's play. Unless he hit some other crazy play. Nope, there it is. Great performance from our Beavers tonight. Just a really, really clean game. A really clean game, and we do like to see the 3-0s when they can happen. But yeah, that is going to be the night, folks. That is going to be the end of our streaming week. Hope y'all have a safe and fun Halloween. Watch a scary movie, trick or treat, eat a load of candy and feel sick on Saturday. You know how it is. Whatever you do, I hope you have a good night. Thanks for coming by the stream. I'll see you next week for